And getting underway here for the scrimmage between CCHA Gold and the EAGAN Wildcats. Currently there's battle for puck possession here. Looks like Max Brammer is coming away with it. Passes it up to Xander Human. Bringing it into the offensive zone. Xander's alone, scores. Nice shot, Xander. It's nice on the first shot of the game. CCHA scores. And so face off here at center. Looks like CCHA is now controlling. Xander Human sends it into the offensive zone. He takes it deep into the corner, attempts to center. That gets disrupted. Now EAGAN coming back the other way. Well defended there. Centering pass. Oh, great. Oh. And EAGAN's on the board as well. Looks like kind of a rebound that got tipped in. Looks like Gunner was unable to get that covered up in time. So 1-1 game. Like Kyla Rasmussen back behind the net controlling. And a shot on net that was saved. Oh, it looks like we're going to get a high stick call. And looks like that call is going to be on EAGAN, so CCHA is going to have a power play here. And looks like the face-off ultimately gets taken up by EAGAN, who sends it down into their zone. Here we're going to come back the other way now. Noah Colleran controlling, sends it into the zone. His shot's partially blocked. And now EAGAN's coming away with it, sends it out of the zone, sends it back into our defensive zone. Colin Harvey back to retrieve while EAGAN undergoes a line change. Colin Harvey now skating forward, passes off to Noah Colleran, who skates it in. And battle for the puck here along the far boards. Max Brammer comes away with it. He's looking to center. And Eli Favorite keeps it in, takes a shot just wide of the net. Now EAGAN with a centering attempt, but no one there to retrieve that pass. CCHA now coming back. We got Colton Justice along the far boards, skating it in. He still has control. He tries to ward off a defender. And now Xander Human controls his shot. He's saved by the goalie. And now EAGAN's coming back the other way. The shot there is the pad save that comes out of the zone. And we got a loose puck that trickles into the offensive zone. We got Mason Brown and Xander Human to try to gain control. Looks like EAGAN gets it out of the zone, and we'll have an offsides call. All right, Max Brammer now sends it into the zone. Up top, Alex Flindall sends it back deep into the corner. Lose control, and so EAGAN's coming back the other way. Good defense there. Comes back into neutral ice. And EAGAN will send it back deep. We got Kyler Rasmussen back to retrieve. Shot on net with a save from Gunnar Flatten. And now Oliver Schmidt skating it up into the zone. Back behind the net, looking to center. And puck comes back out to neutral ice. And they send it deep while they undergo a line change. And looks like Eli Favorite now skating forward, weaving through some defenders to bring it into the zone. Puck gets knocked off, and now Beckett Juilliard there with a shot on net. Noah Collin in there to help assist. Puck comes out of the zone, and we're going to have an icing call and come back down the other way. Face-off won by EAGAN. They're coming back down. They had a good opportunity there for a centering pass, but just outside of the reach of the defender. And we'll have another icing call and come back the other way. And Kyler Rasmussen controlling behind the net, looking for an outlet. Just out of the reach of Xander Human. That gets sent back in deep by the EAGAN defender. And there's a loose puck behind the net. Kyler Rasmussen, he attempted to get that out of the zone, but that went all the way down, and we'll have another icing. EAGAN able to keep it in their zone. Got a shot from the point, which is a pad save. And loose puck behind the net again. Kyler Rasmussen is there. Outlet pass out to Xander Human, gets it into neutral ice. And now Max Brammer controlling. He'll send it almost into the zone. Now Xander Human has skated up, and he'll send it into the offensive zone. And chase for the puck. And Max along the boards here. And we got Mason Brown there to assist. And now the puck comes back out to neutral ice. Colin Harvey there interrupts that play. So Max again dumps it deep while they undergo a line change. And Charlie Knabely and Ollie Schmidt there to support. Ollie Schmidt comes out with it. Now Charlie Knabely takes a shot with a save. Looks like Colton Justice able to hold the zone. Alex Flindahl sends it behind the board, or behind the net, excuse me. And kind of a battle for possession here. EAGAN sends it out neutral ice, but Colton Justice there to defend, and Charlie Knabely knocks it back in deep. EAGAN trying to center it. It's a nice pass there. Now the EAGAN player attempts to center, but is defended by Colton Justice. Puck out to neutral ice now. And looks like Eli Favorite skating it up to neutral, and now oh shoot, looks like they were just offsides. All right, now EAGAN takes a shot from the point with a pad save. Puck loose around the far boards. Now behind the net. And looks like Max Brammer there to pick up the loose puck and send it out of the zone. EAGAN now coming back in to the zone, shot with a pad save by Gunnar Flatten. Another shot from the blue line with a pad save. And looks like we have a loose stick on the ice. Not sure who that's from. Max Brammer coming out, skating it up to neutral ice and into the zone. He drop passes to Noah Colleran, who skates around, takes a shot, but partially blocked by the defender. And Colin Harvey holds his own. Got Charlie Knabely here along the near boards, who also sends it back into the corner. And puck slips out to neutral. Noah Colleran there and sends it over to Xander Human, who's got Charlie Knabely shot with a blocker save. And Colton Justice holds the zone and now comes back out to neutral ice. Mason Brown is there. He gets checked and knocked down. And now EAGAN comes back the other way. And looks like Charlie Knabely is there controlling behind the net, but he has a defender on him who knocks the puck loose, but Colton Justice there to support. Now ultimately sends over to Xander Human, who's coming along the far boards into the corner, looking for centering pass. Now EAGAN comes away with it. And they have a center ice check, and possession comes back over to CCHA, and Xander Human, who's skating it deep. He's looking to center. And centering pass there attempted, but was just outside of the reach of the EAGAN defender. But another shot taken on net with a pad save. And that'll do it for one. Both teams tied at 1. Right, and back starting the second period here, we got Alex Lindahl in the corner controlling. He's looking to center, and that gets partially blocked. Now Alex Lindahl has control again. He's skating up, and ultimately puck comes out of the zone. Max Brammer there. Skates. And now EAGAN knocks it into the zone, although Colin Harvey loses an edge, and the EAGAN player now looking for a shot to center. Puck comes out to the point. With a shot with a save by Gunnar Flatt, and the rebound is knocked out, and now we're back the other way into our offensive zone. Charlie Knavely back behind the net. All right, Charlie Knavely now along the far boards, skating it up, takes a wrist shot on net, pad save, and now EAGAN's coming the other way. They dump it in the zone, although Eli Favorite's back to retrieve. And they're able to get it out of the zone, but it's sent back in by the EAGAN player. And Colton Justice now passes it up to Becca Juliar. And now Colton will take it back and skate it into the offensive zone. And loose puck comes back out. Eli favorite there. And EAGAN will be off sides as they attempt to regain the zone. All right, in face-off battle won by CCHA, we got Xander Human along the far boards. He's got Max Brammer to center too. That gets broken up. Kyler Rasmussen able to hold the zone. Mason Brown attempts a shot. Oh shoot, there was a great opportunity for a score there. Just a little bit of a fan on the shot. Oh yeah, CCHA finally gets it in the back of the net. All right, centering face-off here, won by CCHA. Kyler Rasmussen sends it up and tipped into the zone. Mason Brown there to attempt to center. Puck comes up to neutral ice again. We got Kyler and Colin Harvey there to retrieve. And Max Brammer loses control there. EAGAN shot high of the net. And kind of a battle for puck possession here. Loose puck. Xander Human looks like he comes up with it, loses it. Now Kyler Rasmussen and Colin Harvey behind the net. Held by EAGAN. And now Kyler's gonna pass it over to Xander, who is able to get it into neutral ice and passed up to Max Brammer. And well defended by EAGAN. Shot wide of the net. That pops out back to neutral ice. And Colin Harvey sends it into the zone. And we got Charlie Knabely there in the corner. Alex Flindahl there for support. And the loose puck comes all the way down, and we'll have an icing call. Colton Justice able to hold the zone after the face-off. Charlie Knabely and Oliver Schmidt in the far corner. And looks like the puck is kind of stalled along the boards here. And finally, EAGAN comes away with it. And Colton Justice sends it back into the zone. Icing waved off on that. Alex Flindahl back to defend. Now puck comes loose in a neutral ice. And nice back check by Colton Justice. And EAGAN with possession along far boards, passes across. And that shot attempt was intercepted. And ultimately now Charlie Knabely has possession, passes it up to Ollie Schmidt, who sends it into the zone. Puck comes back out to neutral ice, and CCHA will have to reset, although offsides gets called. Alright, now possession again by CCHA. We got Noah Colleran along the far boards. His shot attempt gets fanned on. Beckett Juilliard with a shot attempt, which is saved by the goaltender. Puck is loose. Got EAGAN coming into the zone. Shot attempt is blocker save. Oh, great save by Gunner. As the rebound has a loose puck right in front of the net, he is able to cover up. Loose puck behind the net. Looks like Mason Brown's there. He attempts to center, and that gets partially intercepted. Colton Justice trying to get it out of the zone. Now ultimately that does come out. And EAGAN controlling. But Charlie Knabely's there applying good pressure. And now Eli Favorite passing to Mason Brown, who will skate it into the zone. And the puck comes back out to neutral ice, and CCHA will have to reset. Now Xander Human taking it in. Backhand shot, saved by the goalie. We have just over 4 minutes here remaining in the second period. Score is CCHA 2, EAGAN 1. We got EAGAN now into their offensive zone with the backhand attempt that gets deflected behind the net. Now Xander Human comes up with the loose puck. He's skating it into the offensive zone. He was fairly well defended there. His shot attempt was partially blocked too. Now we're back to neutral ice. And Colton Justice screaming up the far boards, brings it into the zone. looks like there was a cross-checking penalty on EAGAN, so CCHA will go in the power play here for the next 2 minutes. Got 3 minutes remaining now of the second period. Ollie Schmidt controlling. His shot attempt was blocked, and so there's a loose puck behind the net. Puck pops out into neutral ice, so Kyla Rasmussen back to retrieve while CCHA resets. Alex Flindall will bring it back into the zone, and that gets back out to neutral. Now Kyla Rasmussen controlling. Ooh, he's got a nice shot attempt with a pad save. Ollie Schmidt with a shot from the point, and that'll go up into the netting. All right, about a minute remaining on the power play. Shot from the point with a stick save. Alright, now face-off is controlled by EAGAN, although CCHA there to defend. And now loose puck comes out, Noah Colleran there to pick it up. And, oh, Xander Human just hits the post. And we have another goalie save. And EAGAN now coming back. Short-handed for another 10 seconds. Eli Favorite controlling now. He's skating forward along the near boards. He's now in neutral ice looking to pass. He sends it to Noah Colleran. And now ultimately dumps it into the near corner. Alright, in the last few seconds of the second period here, there by Max Brammer with a blocker save. All right, EAGAN controlling now at neutral ice. Back and forth, now Mason Brown coming along the near boards. And he loses control. Alex Lindahl able to hold the zone. And now Max Brammer controlling in the zone, takes a shot with the glove save. All right, EAGAN now with possession behind the net. Break out now to neutral, although Alex Lindahl there to bust up that pass. Charlie Knabely ultimately brings it in. They have to get back on sides. Puck comes loose now and flipped out of the rink. All right, now Charlie Knabely with a shot on net. Rebound comes out front, but is controlled by EAGAN. But we got Alex Lindahl there to defend. And now loose puck ultimately comes out by EAGAN. They're skating it into their offensive zone, looking to center. Puck comes out top, and that's picked up by Oliver Schmidt. And now Eli Favorite controlling, looking to pass up. Noah Colleran, the receiver on that. Oh, jeez. Alex got in the way there. All right. And icing waved off. And now EAGAN into the zone, being defended by Colton Justice, who comes up with the puck. No. That was kind of a miscommunication. Ended up having a loose puck right in front of the net. Noah Colleran with a shot. Save. No. Oh, we got a loose puck out front. Oh, looks like Noah Colleran ultimately comes up with it. There's a wide open net there for a brief moment. Oh, shoot. So we got 2-2 in the third period here. There's a discrepancy in time. I think they're playing a little bit longer for this third period, with having a little bit more time. And it looks like our battery is going to be running a little low to continue to stream the entire third period. My backup battery is not catching up with the amount that it's draining here, so just FYI, we might be losing the stream. So CCHA in the zone here. Now EAGAN coming back up into neutral ice. And well defended. And Xander Human now with control coming up the near boards, but loses it. Mason Brown now passes it over to Xander. We'll have a penalty here. And it looks like EAGAN will be on the power play with an elbowing call on Charlie Knably. Although short-handed, looks like Oliver Schmidt and Max Brammer bringing it into the zone. Colin Harvey's there with the loose puck. Sends it over to Kyler Rasmussen, who sends it in, but that'll be icing. Looks like we're down to 1% on the battery. We're not able to keep up with the demands of the stream here, so we're probably going to be losing connection here shortly. Score still 2-2, and it looks like we're doing running time on the clock. About 8.5 minutes. Looks like we're going to get another penalty here. And that one's going to be against Kyler Rasmussen for roughing. Back check by Xander Human there. Loose puck comes back into the offensive zone. EAGAN there to send it up into their offensive zone now.